Hi all, welcome back to more DD at Peleliu. This is my part 4 of the playthrough. We're on turn 3, and yeah, I should have moved my phase marker along there, which is what I should do if I'm going to stop a video. We are in the US action phase. I've got this guide open at that page, and that's what I recall. On the Japanese 5-phase cards there, so that must be where we're at. So about to start that. Just before I start, I had a couple of comments from Hal, who's been watching along with a lot of my videos these days, and from part 1 and part 2, saying that he was having focus issues from the map, not when I'm closer in, but just I would imagine views like this right now. He says that he was having focus issues. I had a look back. I'm zooming in there. I mean, everything looked fine when I watched it back. I did reply to his first comment that sometimes I know in the past, I remember getting a couple of comments in the past that if you watch a video that's just been uploaded, I don't think it's fully uploaded in HD, and maybe you're watching it in standard definition. So I don't know if that is what might have had something to do with that. Maybe he's caught it early just as I've uploaded it, and it's been a bit it's not been fully converted to HD, or however YouTube deals with it. I can't say I noticed anything. I was watching back looking for it a bit more, and it's difficult. I didn't really notice anything from parts 1 and 2. Which I think, I'm guessing he's probably not watched part 3 yet, because that's not long been out there though. So if anybody else has got issues, then please let me know, and we can look more into that. But it's maybe just a HAL issue, something at his end. So we'll see. Anyway, I just thought I'd add that there in case anybody else was having the same problems. I don't want to be recording all this, and if you can't, if things are all out of focus. But there's nothing I've changed on the camera or anything like that, and I can't. Yeah, I'm not picking up what it is he's having an issue with. So let me know if you're having the same issues though. Okay, right. Let's move on. We've got a lot of things disrupted. So you can see the unit under here. These are disrupted, and this one here as well is disrupted. So let me get the disruption markers out of there. Right, that's these guys all removed their disruption. I mean, there's a right mess going on along here, isn't there? There's not enough a lot left. You can see these are going to get smashed to pieces, aren't they? Because these are the areas that they start with depth, and then I think we added another 1 or 2 along this area, didn't we? And then there was this guy on here. However, we should be able to do something. Are we getting benefit from any of our free? Maybe, I think the only one being this. We could give this a free action at range to attack, either to join in the attack on either this or this. We'd probably be better going for that, the fact that it's disrupted, but actually that could give that tank oh no, it can't, because it's infantry, remember. It's only infantry that can help out. So there's that one there that could maybe help. Oh, this one could give a free action, that's good. Right, well, we're not going to be able to flank that, but probably want to put it down again, disrupt it, although we've got the option to attack here as well. So yeah, and remember, we're only getting 2 actions. So and this guy, yeah, he went up there, but he's not able to because he was disrupted. I don't know what you do with this corner here. I had started watching it. I downloaded some of the latest DD at Peleliu videos, and I think the guy's channel was it Lockdown Gaming, maybe? Hopefully I'm getting that right. That's just the top of my head. And I downloaded his first playthrough of it. He'd done a second playthrough of it, and I downloaded all the first playthrough, all the videos on my tablet, and they're quite short parts, and but I never got around to watching it. So I was sitting about today, and I thought I'm going to look at that, but I thought I'll look at his next playthrough. I think a different strategy. It says new strategy or something. And I watched his playthrough. That guy goes through things very, very fast. And I'll tell you what, I'm trying to follow along to make sure that he's not making any mistakes. He seems to know that game very well. I don't think I've not seen him do anything wrong yet. He's on turn 4 or 5 already, and the video. I think the first video covers turns 1 to 3, and it's only like 20 minutes long or something. Ridiculously fast. A bit too fast for me to actually try and keep up, to be honest. But it's quite good to watch. And to be honest, the fact it's going that fast. If I can watch a bit more of it, just to maybe get some tips, because the guy's clearly played the game a lot, and it might allow me just to see where he goes. Because I'm only probably up to we're on turn 3. I want to see him watching him on turn 4. Like I say, and I'm only on part 2 of the video, and so there's only like 30 minutes of video footage went by, and he's on part. What I'm at this now. This is part 4 of mine, and I've probably done about 1, 2, 3. Probably done about 4 hours worth of video already. Yeah, he seems to know his stuff. So I'm kind of curious to maybe watch a bit more of that, just to see where he goes, and maybe not copy as such, but just try and get some ideas of where we should go, because I'm not sure what we should be doing down this corner, because I haven't looked into it, and I'm sure there's some threads on BGG that discuss maybe where to go here, but this seems a horrible place for what we've got down here. But a sort of part of me feels like maybe we should be going along to do something about it, just to secure some of this. Maybe not head up to the mountains just yet, but maybe just to secure some of this. And of course, this is where the tanks are coming down as well, so we can't really ignore this, because these tanks are going to. Well, actually, is there more advance in them? Probably not. 1, 2, 3. They only move 3 X's, don't they? So I don't think that's an advance. Now hold on. What are these again? What are these indeed, Grant? Are they anything to do with the tanks, or possibly the? No, there's only the 3. That's only 3 on the map. I get the feeling they might. I don't know. To be honest, I think I'm just making things up. Hang on a second. The only thing I can think about is maybe the counter-attack stuff, which is obviously something new to the system. Right, but where is that? I don't think it's anything to do with the bloody Nose Ridge scenario, because I think that's just up on the mountain, isn't it? But these must mean something. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything on the terrain chart. No. No, there's not even, which is a bit odd. You would think there would be some reference on this terrain chart regarding that. No, there definitely is not. It is in. Oh no, that one's outside it. I was going to say it's in this yellow line, which does show the mountain mortar zone boundary, but this one's outside it. Yeah, I don't know. Right, okay. I went and searched BGG. Somebody asking a question. I think it was Martin that answered. And gave rules reference, which I came to find. I guess though I was looking for a little picture of it, but no, it's not showing it as a picture. But however, it talks here about hexes. Sorry, funny angle there. Hex 0515 0517 0618 have positions with no ID letter / number. These are provisional counter-attack positions used only by Japanese units in counter-attack stands 13.4. So so they're not used unless there's counter-attack. So well, I kind of was right with my guessing about it being counter-attack, but you maybe think that was an omission from the terrain chart, or just a little image of it, just to draw your attention to it. But it is written there in the rules, so what more can you say? Right, I had another reply from Hal saying he went back to watch one of my previous videos, the previous playthrough, Skies Above Britain, and he was having issues there as well. So my guess is it's it's his internet connection or something, so he's going away to look at that, I think. So hopefully all good for everybody else, and hopefully he gets that sorted. Right. So how did I get onto that? Yeah, I think it was just thinking strategy-wise, and so these tanks actually can't advance any further then, can they? No. However, I'll tell you what they can do. This one fires from there. He's firing into these hexes here. No, because yellow fires right the way out to here. Remember, they get to extend one more hex. So, but that's not into here. So we can safely, take over these. I'm saying that, we could safely take over these positions. Without, well, no, you've just said that they can stretch into there and there, Grant, from the fire to there, so they could stretch into there, not that hex, but yeah, so they could do that, but I say I'd like to maybe try and watch a bit more of his video footage just to see where he goes, and maybe get some tips from him, because he seems to know what he's doing. Unlike myself here, floundering away. Okay, so right, yes, action phase, Grant. What are we going to do? I don't know. Well, I've already spoke about. Remember, we've got naval gunfire. We've got a naval artillery gunfire thing as well. If we happen to need that, I'm not so sure that's something that we need to bother about just now. Now, some other things to consider. Oh yeah, this guy needs close combat aid as well. There's no attack on this guy, Grant. This is a close combat. And he's got depth. I'll tell you what else he's not got depth. Sorry, he's not got depth. Well, that's good. We should get in amongst him now then, because his strength is only 3. He's got the CC on him, so you get an extra card for that. So he's not got depth. He's going to get 1 card for the unit, 1 for the CC, and I think that's going to be it, isn't it? Oh, he's in jungle. I bet he gets an extra card for that. He does, Jungle. Unit strength double, depth is not, bonus card in close combat. Of course it is. So, and like I've said, I don't think there's any point in putting there in a Dingley Hex as well. Mind you, because that's a free preservation move. That's a safe-ish kind of hex, so if we do take that out, these aren't in the beach hexes. No. What are these? Are these... Yeah, this is... We don't want this concentrated, fair enough. That is, but it's in a safe place. But none of these are getting free actions, apart from these would get a preservation move free action. But the... close combat happens at the end. That's rotten. Can I? No, yeah, because preservation move, you can only move 1x as well. I was just thinking, could I not sneak? Well, mind you, I'm still adjacent. I would just have to stop moving into there anyway. But I can't. You can only do a 1 hex move. That's rotten. So that means... well, fortunately, there's nothing landing in orange 2 next turn. Because that means the only preservation move I could make, I think, is from here to here, which isn't really very useful. And, well, I mean, you could give them both an action to move in for close combat. Right, I think we better look a little bit into close combat. Just to get things worked out here, because it is slightly different. Like I say, the fact he's disrupted is good for us, but it's not as good as it was in Tarawa. I want to say, because like I say, I think they still get to fire first, whereas in Tarawa, if they were disrupted, I want to say all that happened was they removed the disruption. However, for us to eliminate this guy, we have to have him disrupted to start with. So we do only need 1 hit on him. Now he's also an elite unit, and that's a good way of taking them out as well, isn't it? Okay, well, let me look at a couple of things first. So just checking what happens to the unit, the fact that it's elite. At the end of close combat, you would place elite Japanese units eliminated in close combat in the eliminated units box. Remove all non-elite Japanese units eliminated in close combat from play. So, and that the difference is that if we were to attack this, I mean, we can't destroy it anyway because it's got a CC requirement, so it's kind of pointless thinking about it that way. Let's say you didn't have CC on him though, and we were considering moving in on CC or attacking him. I think if we attack him there and defeat him, he can withdraw. So I'm just looking for the rule about that again, because that's what was, because he's elite, he gets to withdraw. Now where is that? Okay, I was just checking the rag because I've got a bit scored out in my rulebook here regarding this. This is Japanese withdrawal. I've scored that bit out. It's talking about turns 1 to 12, starting turn 13, defeated units not eligible to withdraw or remove from play. But I've scored that out, and it's not in the latest rules. I just went and had a look. Now, there is a bit in the errata here that speaks about this rule. Place defeated Japanese units not eligible to draw in the eliminated units box, regardless of turn number. Okay. So there must have been, I don't know if that, I mean, that is just shown as a correction. Alright, that's shown as a correction, that, in the rules. So I've scored that bit out. So, but what happens is, if we attack a Japanese elite unit, and I think this is the same as Tarawa, if we defeat an elite Japanese unit, the unit withdraws instead of being eliminated if it can trace Japanese communication at the moment of attack. Which, yeah, we've seen all that in Tarawa as well. Place a withdrawn unit face down in the Japanese reserve box, so it's going to maybe come back. Place defeated units not eligible to draw in the Japanese eliminated units box. Unit is not eligible to draw if not elite or not in the Japanese communication. Not in Japanese communication. Japanese withdrawal does not apply to the BNR scenario. Right, yeah, so, like I was saying, if we had the option here, I mean, he's got CC on him, but if he didn't, he's an elite unit. If we attack him right now, we've not got him cut off communication. We defeat him, yeah, but then he's just going into the reserves. And he's going to come back one day. So, however, if we defeat him in close combat, he's going to go to the eliminated units box. Now, Japanese eliminated units, that's saying turns 1 to 13 there. So, I don't know, C16 Japanese reorganisation. Yeah, because in the night turn, I think some of these can come back as well. But it's certainly the best place to put these. Now, if it's not an elite unit and we defeat it in close combat, it gets removed from play. So it wouldn't even go into that eliminated units box. So, but it's got CC on them, so we've got to close combat them anyway. Right, back to having a little look at close combat. Okay, so close combat may occur at 2 points in the Japanese action phase if a Japanese unit moves into US occupied hex, or in the close combat state of the US action phase after all US actions are completed. So this would, I mean, we can set this up just now, but it isn't going to happen it's going to be the last thing we do in the US action phase. Well, if we've got multiple close combats, obviously we'll do them, I think, in any order that we would want. So, but just going through the procedure, just to double check the difference here. You would, first of all, you reveal Japanese units and death markers in the hex, right? So he's revealed anyway, so no issue there. We draw cards blindly for each side and place them face down in a Japanese pile and a US pile, right? So for the US, we draw 1 card for each step possessed by units in the combat, up to a maximum of 4 cards, even with more than 4 steps. Then we would draw additional cards for the US side, and it shows you some options. So, if I put just one of these units in here, zoom in a little bit, then these are both got 4 steps. So I'm only going to get, if I put both of them in, I'm still only going to get 4 cards. I mean, I'm going to have more steps to like survive through, but I don't think I see the point in that. 1 additional card if 1 or more US units with a flamethrower are in the combat. Well, these don't, do they? It's just the heavy ones that have the flamethrower, isn't it? This is a 4-step 4-step regular infantry unit. Yeah, it doesn't have a flamethrower. So none of them would, yeah, this guy would give us a flamethrower, and obviously if I had a heat, well, no, I don't think, I'm not sure, I don't know if the hero would work. You're going to get 1 for having a hero. That's the next one anyway. You get 1 additional card if one or more US heroes are in the combat. And you get 1 additional card if the Japanese unit is in counter-attack stance. Well, that's not. So, we'd get 4 cards. That's the most we were going to get there, right? For the Japanese, you draw 1 card for the unit and another for the death marker if present. Draw additional cards for the Japanese side, and we'll go through that in a minute. So, the moment he's got 1 card, right? Because it's just 1 unit. And remember, we've got a total of 4 cards. So, he's got 1 card. No depth, so not another card for that. 1 card if the Japanese are attacking and not in counter-attack stance. Well, they wouldn't be, because we are attacking them. 1 card if the Japanese force has a total strength of 4 or more, not modified by terrain. Well, it's not. He's only got 3, so he's not going enough for that. 1 card for each close combat requirement listed on the Japanese unit and depth marker in the combat. Yes, he's got a CC on the unit, so you get 1 extra card. So that's him up to 2. And then 1 card only if any of the following apply. The Japanese unit occupies mountain, coral, or jungle terrain. Well, that's a yes. That's in a jungle. I'm looking at that, this brush, but that one is it's in jungle, yeah. So he's going to get 1 card for that. So that's him up to 3 cards. We're getting 4. I mean, we feel like we should be. But anyway, the other 2 that would apply here are the Japanese unit as a tank, or if it's a night turn that is underway. So if we go in there, we've got 4 cards to his 3. There's nothing more we can increase it by at the moment. So then step 3 is you reveal a card from the Japanese pile. So there's nothing about saying if this is disrupted that you wouldn't. So and then if it shows a close combat event, you implement the event. Then if it shows a colour, we know how this works. The colour if the card shows the colour of the position in which the close combat is occurring, you would discard the top card from the US pile and remove a step from a participating US unit of your choice. Yeah, so it's just the colour. So it would just be if the yellow was on the card, we would discard the top card of our close combat deck, and then we would lose a step. Yeah, and then finally. We would then have the option to carry out withdrawal under fire, which then means that they then draw another card and get to fire at us once more, then we can retreat. So we're unlikely to be doing that. So then step 4 is we would reveal a card from the US pile. Now the exception here is if the US units are disrupted, all we would do is remove the disruption marker for them. So they could be disrupted before this starts. And I think the only way that would be able to happen is if it was the Japanese that were attacking us, because there's no way we can be disrupted. We're going to move into that hex to conduct close combat at the end of the US action phase, so we can't be disrupted. So the only way that could happen is if they were attacking us, I think. And then if it showed a close combat event, you do the event immediately. Then if it shows the colour of the position in which close combat is occurring, discard the top card from the Japanese pile. So just discard his close combat top card from his deck. Then do first of the following that applies. If the Japanese participants are not disrupted, place a disruption marker on them. So this is where it changes. If already disrupted, we remove a depth marker from the Japanese participant. Well, there's no depth marker. If already disrupted and no depth marker is present, eliminate the Japanese unit. So if we get hit on him, he's toast. He's going right away. Unless he reinforces and gets depth, which could happen as well. If the card shows neither an event or the position colour, the revealed card has no effect. In any case, discard the revealed card. And then we just repeat. Go back to the Japanese to draw a card. And until we either run out of cards or somebody's dead. Or, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's the difference with the disruption. Whereas the previous game, I want to say, we were getting to fire first here, and all that was happening is they'd remove their disruption, and then when we attacked them, it didn't matter. You didn't have to disrupt them in Tarawab to eliminate them. But this is where it changes it up. So makes it harder, I think, because the Japanese are going to get to fire first. I still think this is going to be worth it, though, so, well, shouldn't you just do it, Grant. Well, it is going to be an action, so you need to be sure about it. So, yeah, I mean, you do only have two actions, and we've been through this. So, this could be possible one with some backup that would get a free action. These guys could just move up off the beach. So that's a possible action. That's a definite action, I feel. But however, that's our two actions. So the other possible actions are, well, hang on. Yeah, this guy can attack this freely. So that's good. So he could put him down. So that's a possible action. And then, I mean, okay, this would be, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it would be nice to, I don't know, is it worthwhile trying to do something about this? But then, I mean, the other thing is this guy is disrupted. We could leave him, but that's the good thing about it. We only need to hit him once in close combat, and like I say, unless he builds depth again. But so it's we've got a good chance of taking him out. Yeah, because I started thinking, shouldn't we attempt to maybe try and do something about this? Because this could attack, that could support the attack. Well, actually, or that could support the attack. But all these are actions. Yeah, I think. Yeah, and I put this guy up here. Well, yeah, I mean. He's just going to be in the slaughterhouse again next turn, though, isn't he? To be honest, I probably shouldn't have put that. Well, I don't think I had a choice, did I? Because then when we remembered we were doing, I tried to overstart them, then realised that was an error. Just feels like I can't really do anything with these guys. What's the most dangerous position between these? This is green. Steady into there, steady into there. So it's just this one that's sitting in intense. And then up there you've got brown. It's clearly intense, intense, intense. Oh, intense. Yeah, you see that brown position looks a bit more like we'd like to try and do something about that. That's in jungle as well. So that's going to get doubled. Whereas, well, actually, this is in jungle too. That's handy, isn't it? I feel like we should be taking the close combat on for sure. And then it seems this brown position is a bit more brutal than the green position, so maybe attack that. Oh yeah, did I say we'd get help? Oh, that's good then. Yeah, we would. We can get. I mean, I was looking back in the video at that, and I had the choice of putting that guy in there or that, and then afterwards I thought, oh, maybe I should have put that because you get half of. Because I'm firing through brush, I'm only going to get half. So I'm going to get 3.5, whereas I would have got 4 there, and that might not make any difference, but... okay, so I think this is an action, and this is an action. That's going to be a free action support, and that's going to be a free action to disrupt that. We're just going to have to make do with that, I think. Okay, well, let's deal with this brown position first to have a look at what's going on then. So... US action here to attack this. We are going to give this a free action to support that fire, and he can support because he's within range, 2 away, and there is an infantry adjacent already attacking, so he can join in. He's getting a free action from his infantry HQ here. So that does get cut in half though, because it's going through this brush. So we've got 7 total, 7 straight up, and then 3.5. So it's 10.5, which, yeah, I don't think you actually round these down. You just, it's going to be 10.5 against something, which isn't going to, it's not going to be able to get to 11. You know, it's not going to matter, is it? Right, still been thinking about this, but yeah, I'm going to do that. Going to do that. So 10.5 is our strength. Right, what have we got? Remember, this is going to get doubled. That's a 3 again. Although we might have the weapons. I think we do, don't we? Yeah. So 10.5 against 6, right? But it's got mortar and bazooka, and a full strength infantry unit, 4 steps, has mortar and bazooka. So we have the weapons, and we're greater than. Yeah, we got this guy, haven't we? So we've got the weapons, and remember our strength is greater than. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's greater than, but not double. It wasn't double because he's getting that boosted up to 6. So greater than, but not double. The unit is alone. Japanese defeated. Good. Okay. Right. He's not an elite unit as well. Where are we? Yeah. He's not an elite unit. So does he just get removed from play? Because that does just say Japanese eliminated elite units. That box. Let's just double check that one. Yeah, I think I should have just looked at this chart. I mean, I know this isn't the official chart, but it's... So, these are the things. We got a Japanese defeated result there, right? So, Japanese defeated. In the BNR scenario, remove unit from play. Otherwise, right, we're not playing the BNR scenario. Otherwise, if the unit is elite and in communication, place it face down Japanese reserve box. Well, it's not. If not elite or not in communication, put an eliminated Japanese units box turns 1 to 12 or remove from play turns 13 to 24. So it is going in the eliminated. Put an eliminated Japanese units box. That's annoying. I mean, the box is called Japanese eliminated elite units. And then it is talking about turns 1 to 12. I think that's because some of these can come back as well, isn't it? Let me see, when it talks about the night turn, let me see what it says. I think it'll tell us that you shuffle up so many of them, isn't it? I think it was similar in Tarawa, wasn't it? Yeah, so just looking ahead at the overnight turn, page 31, Japanese reorganisation. It says, mix together face down all elite eliminated units, blindly draw half of those units rounded down and place them in the Japanese reserve box face down. Then the next bit I've got scored out. Then mix together face down all non-eliminated units but not tank units blindly draw. Now I've got that scored out. So is this a change that they've made as well? So maybe this unit is just removed from play. Maybe this was another adjustment then, is it? Yeah, because I mean, there it's saying there, Japanese reorganisation, disregard the second sentence, that is, do not move any non-eliminated units to the reserve units box. Do not remove any non-elite eliminated units. Yeah, so this has been an adjustment as well, so you're only going to get half of the elite units back. But, yeah, so what is the point in putting the unit into that box then? I don't think there's any point in doing that, is there? Well, I don't know. I mean, it says it on the chart there that turns 1 to 12 it would go in there. Turns 13 to 24 just gets removed from play. Now, where is the official chart for that, Grant? That is US attack charts results. Maybe the last bit I look at. Yeah, that is. So here it's here. Japanese units defeated. Yeah, so I mean, I expected it to be saying the same thing. If defeated unit is not elite or is not in Japanese communication, place it in the eliminated Japanese units box, turn 1 to 12, or remove it from play 13 to 24. Well, there's nothing to say that that's changed, I don't think. The thing is, I can't look up the new rulebook for this because this is only on player aids, I think. I didn't see it in the rulebook. That's so. Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't matter if it goes in there or not. It's not going to come back out. But if for some reason I've got that wrong, then let me know, please. So this guy is defeated. No, it's not him, Grant. Sorry. Well, we're hoping he's going to be defeated soon as well. It's this guy here. And he's not elite. So he's eliminated and he goes up in here. I mean, this is the only box I can see. And it says Japanese eliminated elite units. Turns 1 to 13. So, I don't know. Let me know if I'm blundering with something there. I think it's fine, but I don't think that does any good there now. I think we'd be as well just removing them from play. However, I might be wrong. There's maybe some other way that they can come back. So that was him done his action. Done it well. Well, I mean, it leaves us open without us able to move into it. But, yeah, that's how it goes. And then that was support from there. That was fine. So now we've got one more action to do. Right, well, I'm not going to muck about. I'm going to use this guy to attack here. He's getting a free action from this infantry HQ as well. We're not getting the weapons. We are getting double, so it's disrupted. Don't have the weapons. Attack strength is at least double, and it's an unrevealed depth marker. Japanese units disrupted, right? So it's just to put him back down again to stop any grief, right? And unfortunately, we don't have enough actions to be able to have an attack at that. So I think we're going to do the close combat. So I'm going to go for the first guy. Triangle, so he's going to move into here, and I'm going to just mark that with a little red cube. I'm also going to place a little green cube to say where he came from, just in case. I mean, I'm hoping he's staying exactly where he is right now, but you never know. And that is our second action as well. Okay, so that happens at the end of the action phase though. So we've got some other things that we can do. He's not infantry. He is infantry, but he's nowhere to go, is he? He can't make an infiltration move as a preservation move, so yeah, that's not in a beat checks. This can move, but then where to? It can only move 1x as well because it's going to be moving into intense field of fire. I don't know. It just seems useless how I'm there. I don't see this guy surviving. He's going to take another hit. I'd like to move this down to here to maybe give him a free action, but what have we got under there? That's just a 1-step. That's a 2-step. But I mean, I can only move from there to there. Or, well, actually, I'd be taking an infiltration check, moving from there to there, so I don't want to do that. I don't know. Well, maybe this guy's got a slightly better chance of survival. I don't think he has. No, he's not. He's in intense everything. So I think moving that guy down's sort of pointless, but then he's just going to be hitting disrupted next turn. Unless we don't get brown, yellow, or purple on the card. Yeah, you could get red, blue, and what's the other colour? Isn't there 6 of them? Green. Red, blue, and green. Wait, see, the blue will be a triangle though. And then, to be honest, he can't really, can he? I think I'm as well just leaving that there. I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, what I might do with this one is maybe move that up to there though. But then, what if this gets hit? Then I've just wasted that. Because that's in steady green. Nah, I think I'm... Because thing is, we want to get an attack on this and then be able to try and flank this guy. Well, that was the other thing. You could have went in on close combat on that guy, couldn't you? Maybe that's what I should have done. Oh, Grant, why didn't you think of that? Could I rewind that? Possibly could. Nothing new's happened. I could, couldn't I? It's the fact he needs flanked. Right, maybe I can rethink this. Just wait, double check. There's nothing. There's no new information that I'm backtracking here and sort of taking advantage of something, is there? Because I just attacked with him. We knew what he had. We knew we didn't reveal anything. We knew we were going to disrupt him. Well, the thing is, you're then going into there and he's not disrupted as well, Grant, which is... But... right, I'm going to leave it then. I've done it now, so... I mean, I think I could change that and it wouldn't be an issue, but... So, I think I'm going to leave the infantry HQ there then. When if green doesn't come up and he doesn't get hit, and I moved that to there, then we could have an attack with that. I could still give it an action, but you can see the actions they're sparse, aren't they? Okay, I'll maybe just come back to glance at that again. So none of these are free actions. No. And this guy in here, well, actually, this guy in here is, but you can't. Ooh, no, that guy's disrupted. Yeah, he can preservation move from there. Well, I mean, he could go there, but that's silly. He could go up to there. Yeah, he could go up to there. Why not do that then, Grant? Yeah, that's fine. So preservation move into here, because Brown's got taken out, and this is disrupted. So that means that's not an infiltration move. I'll try and get that. Infiltration move, page 14. If you're moving a US infantry or engineer unit from a hex adjacent to and in the field of fire of an occupied and non-disrupted Japanese position to a hex that is also adjacent to and in the field of fire of the same position. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, he's disrupted because we know he's disrupted because we're going into close combat on that way. Yeah, he is. Right. That's fine. So that was a legal preservation move out of this beach landing box into here. Yeah, okay, that's good. So they can, well, probably should move that guy up then, yeah? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to preservation move him up. No, that's another beat checks. Damn. Right, what about these? Well, them are going to be overstacked. We cannot move them. Oh, this is going to cause a backlog as well, isn't it? Oh, this is a tank, Grant. Well, I can certainly move this. It gets a free action anyway. So I think I'm going to move that into there. Oh no, it's going to overstack. Grrr. Hang on here a minute. Hang on here a minute. Couldn't he move 2 hexes? Well, let's just check that then. Movement limitations. Oh, I've got that right at the page. So a unit starting its turn in a land hex may move 1, 2, or 3 hexes in any direction. Terrain effects chart lists terrain that limits or prohibits movement for certain unit types. Well, what is it? This guy here, if he was to move into here, that's brush. And brush says US infantry engineer and HQ movement. It just says yes. So there's no restriction to me moving into there. If it was forest, I think I'd have to... It's not forest, jungle. I would have to stop. Yes, but must stop. However, I could go 1, 2 into there. The only thing that might stop me is there's an intense yellow field of fire here, but this is disrupted. So I don't know if that counts or not. The fact it's disrupted, does that matter? Well, read on, Gran. It says, a unit must end its move if it enters any of the following hexes. A hex in the intense field of fire of a non-disrupted occupied enemy position. So we can do that. A hex adjacent to an enemy unit, even if disrupted. Right, yeah, so I couldn't sort of move here and then move on past that guy, even though he's disrupted. If I move adjacent to him, doesn't matter if he's disrupted or not, I've got to stop. So I could technically move that into there, I think. I mean, it sort of doesn't help. It takes that position, if you like, and it might make things nice for us. I mean, that muster, I was saying that nothing could appear, and I was forgetting about muster. The muster action places a reserve unit and depth marker in the position. So if this happened to be left unchecked, and we did complete our close combat successfully in here, this could muster. Not if I put that infantry HQ in it. Yeah, I mean, I could also move it to here to help this guy out, give him a free action, but he's hopefully going to be moving. No, he can't move into there. That's rotten, he can't move from there to there, like. But there's nothing landing in Orange 2, there's nothing sort of backlog here. And to be honest, it makes a space there as well. Yeah, okay, well, you've sold it, Okay, so I'm going to move that through here. Now, this is only steady green fire. If this had been intense green, I would add to stop. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, hex in the intense field of fire, non-disrupted. Yeah, so I'm going to move 1, 2 into there. I think that's probably quite a good move, actually. It feels like it's quite a good idea, but... Right, so this guy can't really move anywhere, can he? Without overstacking. No. This could move... Ooh, actually, yeah. We might be going to move that as well. What about these then? These are all in beach boxes, aren't they? That's an infantry and a tank, and then we've got a 2-step. Again, though, we can only move 1 hex with these. Do we maybe take a chance and move that into there? Yeah. Remember, brown's unoccupied, so if I move that into there as a preservation move, and then take that with it. Think so? Maybe we'll have a pop at that. And then this guy, oh, there's 2 guys here, Grant. Can he get a 2 hex move? He could, actually. Interesting. Oh, he can take A1. He can, you know. yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea. I mean, it feels to me really good to be able to be taking these positions and stopping them from reinforcing. But, well, I guess my initial thought was here, we preservation move this into here, right? And for that matter, probably this as well. Now, hold on. There is a space in there, Grant. So that's a preservation move into there. And what I think I was thinking was moving that 1-2 into there, and then we can get a ranged attack on that and support. Bear in mind that's in jungle as well. And that would be 2 free attack, combined attack, but it is quite tempting. I can move that into here, which is kind of tempting. I think I'm going to preservation move this into here. I better leave the action marker on it. I know I don't tilt it when they've got the action markers on, but they've taken the action, so, and then, yeah. See, I could go on with that, but it's just not sort of tempting to take that position. Yeah. Yeah, I wish if this guy had been a 7, I'd be feeling a bit better about that. But, well, that'd be a 7 attack, because we can use him to attack as well. He would be getting doubled, but he is on his own. Yeah, I kind of like to take this, because if M comes up in brown, then I think that musters. Let me just look that up for the muster. Japanese lettered actions. Muster, where are you? Muster. Eligible positions. Unoccupied position in Japanese communication within 3 axes of a US unit. Place a reserve unit and a depth marker in the position. That's what would happen right now. If the next Japanese fire phase, if we draw a brown M. Okay, I know the combination of these two things is the odds of that I'm not quite sure, but I could stop it by doing this. I think I'm going to do that. So that's a 2x move as well. It was just going through brush again, through here. And that hex is just intense brown. So I'm able to move 1, 2 hexes into there. I mean, okay, the slight threat is that purple fires into here, but remember, it needs to be a purple star to be able to hit that guy. So, right, I think that's everything there then, isn't it? Yeah, I would like to put that on there. I think that's the right play, isn't it? I feel like that's the right thing to do there. And I just don't know where I'm heading though. Look at this mess of Japanese units. I mean, I don't know. I suppose I've got to try and move in, and whether some go this way or what, I don't know. Remember, we're getting 3 units landing here. 1 got delayed. We should be able to get them in this turn now, though. We made space, so I think that's okay. Right, I think, well, we can't do nothing with this, because that would be overstacked, and we can't, yeah, it just means we've got to, that's silly. So, and this is not a beach hex, no. That's just going to have to sit tight. We've used our 2 actions. The only other thing is, well, 2 things, I suppose. These 2 infantry HQs. Yeah, they're the only 2 things to consider maybe doing something with. Yeah, I mean, part of me still feels I should just get that guy out there. Because there's also risks that, well, mind you, I would think purple, brown and yellow have enough to hit in there without it threatening the HQ, but you never know, I suppose, because that means there's 3 possible options of a star on one of the cards. I mean, I can only just move it from here to here, which is unlikely to. This guy's probably going to die anyway. And then I need to move it from there to there. And this guy's slightly better off, but I think by leaving it here is pointless. That's the thing. That's the thing that worries me. Even if I got really lucky and this guy stayed as a 2-step, 3-strength unit, what would I do then? Would I attack with 5 strength on this? Is it? Oh, you know what? I think that's coral. It is. Is that not double the depth as well? Unit and depth strength doubled. What? And that is coral. It's just the 2 hexes. How about that? Wow. Okay. I just had a weird temptation to try an infiltration move into there, but I'm not 100% sure I can do it with one of them. That is coral though, isn't it? It is. That's horrible. This little area is horrible. I think I want to try and back off. What does that hit? I mean, it's only brown and purple steady fire into there. I think I want to just back off from this and gather a force before we go and tackle that. Just come back to maybe try and take this blue position. Okay, I'm going to move this guy. Oh. After all that, I'm going to be overstacking, Grant. Right, okay, he stays where he is. Because I can't, well, without infiltration moving. Can he infiltration move? Let's find that one out. What is it? Yes. Infantry HQ units, page 23. You might tell me there. 23. Where are you? Yeah. Yeah, didn't think it was going to tell me there. I mean, it counts as an infantry unit, so I know the well, actually, let's look. Regimental HQs. No, I think I'm going to have to look for infiltration move, actually, Grant. Where is that? Yes, actions. Come on, where are you? No, I just read it recently. 14. Sorry, I probably should be pausing things here, but if you are moving a US infantry or engineer unit, regimental HQs and infantry HQs may not attempt an infiltration move. There you go. So they can't. On their own, they can't. So they could move with a regular unit attempting it. Yeah. So he can't do anything. He can't move. Well, he could move and overstack, then we have to eliminate something, which, to be honest, that wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, probably, just to get him moving. But I still feel like that's a bit harsh, so I'm just going to leave him there. So what about this guy? Do we leave him here? He's disrupted this. We did think about after the fact that maybe we should have close combated that. I think if I move it up to there and green hits this guy, then we're wasted. But I really kind of want green to make this to make an attack on green. I think I'm going to take the chance, actually. Now, this wouldn't be an infiltration move because that's disrupted, remember. And kind of hope that green doesn't fire. and kind of also hope that red doesn't come up as well, so that stays disrupted. I mean, I can use an action on, but then you could use the action on that, couldn't you? So what one do you think's not going to come up, red or green? Yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to move it then. Let's take a chance. Right, I think I'm done. Apart from my close combat, and that's an hour we've got to. Who would have thought? Okay. So everyone done, and now we're going to do our first close combat then. So then that's not that I'm really looking at it much now. Does it tell you about close combat in here? Yeah, there's a step-by-step guide here in the guide to go through that, so I'll follow that, I think. Right, let me clear the units up. Yeah, I can straighten everything up, and we know that there's going to be a close combat over here, so let me deal with that first. That's everything straightened up, so we just got this close combat. I took the action marker off, but this is still to happen. This is where it came from. So let's get these out of here and have a look at what's happening. Down here, can I maybe use the terrain chart area? Maybe. Right, so we've got a Japanese unit that's disrupted, and we've got CC on that. It's not the best place to do that. Probably not got space down here though. Yeah. Okay, I'll be fine, I suppose. And then we've got our guy. So I'll put them up there, and I'll put the cards down below, and we'll see. We should be able to do that there. Okay, so I'm just going to follow. We've got this guide here, shows us all the steps, and I'll just go through them. Keep myself right. View all Japanese units depth marker. That's done. We don't need to do that. Draw cards randomly for each side. Place them face down. So it says. Well, it says face down in the Japanese pile and the US pile. Then the next step is we do the US cards. So I'm going to do the US cards first. Now I'm very fussy about. Although I think when I've done this, somebody else, I would say it was maybe John Brown does it this way as well. So I'm going to draw the cards. The very first card that's going to be on top of the US pile is going to be that card there. So I'm going to draw cards, and that's going to be the top card, because I feel like that should be the next card that we reveal. However, in saying that, Grant, it's the Japanese that goes first here, isn't it? So technically, I guess it's just the way it... Hang on. What does it say in the rule book? I know this doesn't matter, but there need to be a structure. I need to do it in a way that I'm going to do it every turn. I'm not going to change it up, because that's wrong. You can't do that. Close combat procedure. Reveal, draw cards blindly for each side and place them face down in the Japanese and the US pile. And then it starts by, for the US, draw one card, and then for the Japanese. So it lists the US first, then the Japanese. But then when you start the actual combat, you reveal the Japanese card. But the way it's listed in the rules says the US bit first, so I'm going to do that, right? So that very top card is going to be the top card of the US pile. It's going to, well, in fact, we know what it's going to get. It's going to get 4 cards because we've got 4 steps. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3. You can see I'm putting them underneath 4. So that's the order of the 4 US cards, and in fact, that's all they're getting, isn't it? So they've got 4 cards. That was the very one that was top of the deck, right? They don't have a flamethrower, they don't have a hero, and the Japanese are not in counter-attack stance. Right, Japanese cards, 1 for each unit and depth marker, so they're getting 1. 1 if they're attacking, not in counter-attack, no. 1 if they have 4 plus strength, no. 1 if they have CC, yes, that's 2 they're getting now. 1 plus 1 if the Japanese are in jungle, coral, mountain terrain, or tank or night turn only. They're in jungle terrain. So another 1. So they're getting 3 cards. So again, I'm going to draw them 1, 2, 3. So that's the way I'm going to do it throughout. And yeah, that's how it's going to be. So these are the Japanese cards. These are the US cards. And I'll just flip them over to the left and the right there, sort of thing. Alright, okay. Right, and then reveal a card from the Japanese pile. Okay, so we are in yellow, orange, whatever you want to call it. We do not want to see yellow or orange on the card. So here we go. We do. Is there an event? Oh, come on. Come on. Really? Right, so first of all, first thing that happened is the event, I think. Reveal a card in order. If the card shows a CC event, then implement the event. So CC reinforce. Let me just look. Has it got the events in here? This is possibly one of the ones that was. Yeah, it says in here reinforce. If during a US card play, treat the card as no event. If during a Japanese card play and Japanese can trace communication. Oh, damn it! I don't think that HQ cuts off communication, does it? Well, there's nothing I could have done about that. Oh no, I don't think he does. Because we've got. I think he can trace through that hex, can't he? Oh, that would have been good. No, it's worth a look, but I'm pretty sure you need a 3 or 4 step unit or a tank. I don't think 2 step units cut it. So hang on, let me just check. Communication, where are we? Let's fill it back, I think. Control and communication, US control. A US unit of the following type controls the hex that occupies infantry HQs. So he controls the hex, he occupies. However, a US unit of either of the following types controls the hex that occupies and all 6 adjacent hexes around it, even if disrupted. Infantry with 3 or 4 steps, tanks of any step level. So this has got control of this hex, but this does not control this hex. So he can trace communication through that hex in a way. Damn it. Okay, this is looking grim then. So carrying on. Oh, sorry, I was looking at. Oh, I wanted to just double check that in the errata though. If during a Japanese card play and Japanese can trace communication, add a card to the Japanese card pile. If no depth marker, place the depth marker revealed. How about that? Lovely, eh? Not. Just checking. Right, so adjustments here. But that guide might have taken this into account, possibly. Reinforce close combat event. If the US side reveal the card or if the Japanese unit is out of communication, treat the reinforcement event as no event. Japanese unit is tank unit, draw a card, the unit does not receive a depth marker. Yeah, that's fine. So that was obviously adjusted slightly. If I look at my rule book, so it says, if during a US card play, treat the card as no event. Yeah, so that's been adjusted in that guide as well. But I guess in my rule book it'll tell me something different, which I'm not going to look at. So they get another card. What was that? Add a card and place a depth marker revealed. So again, I'm going to take the card, but I'm going to add it to the bottom of this pile of their cards, right? Okay. And the worst isn't over yet, because we're going to have to, because I've got yellow on the card, we're discarding a card and taking a hit. Right, but it's getting depth as well. So I'm going to draw a depth marker. Now, if nothing else happens to this, it doesn't boost anything or anything like that. That's not a bad one to have pulled over, actually, really. So that's the depth that they've got. Right, and then we go back to step 5 here. So that was the CC event has been implemented, right? If the card shows the colour of the position, which it does, yellow, orange, whatever, remove a US unit step and discard the US top card. So this gets reduced to 3 steps, and we discard the top card, which I'm going to have to put here, so I'm hoping it's no. I'm hoping it's not yellow, and it is. Oh, it's going wrong. Okay, so that is step 5. And then finally, we may conduct US withdrawal. I'm tempted. Well, no, I'm not, but. So, on to step 6. US units disrupted. No, you would just remove the disruption and we skip back to the Japanese again. So it's not. So now we're going to draw a card. So now we need the orange and the yellow. And was a nap. Come on. This is the last part, just the end of the video here, and I just wanted this to go well, and it's not. I'm not happy. Right, so that's it. We've drawn a card. There's no CC event either, and there's no orange colour. So, right, it's back to the Japanese. Right, CC US withdrawal hit does not apply. However, they hit us again. K35. Unbelievable. Well, it's not, but K35. So that's another catastrophic loss. And we discard another card. Right, not yellow this time. We've only got one card left. So we're not taking this guy out. Because now we can only take his depth away. US withdrawal hit. That's only if we are withdrawing, isn't it? Yeah, we weren't. We maybe should now, but should we actually do that now? Maybe. I've only got. It's going to be back to me now, isn't it? And they've got 2 cards left, and we've got 1. And the best I can do is take out their depth marker, which is CC anyway. Mind you, that's CC anyway. That adds 2 cards to them because their strength's 4, and it adds another card to the CC. Remember, they get a card for each CC on the counter and the depth. No, I'm just going to go for it, I think. Right, let's go. US fire on counter attack. Well, that's not applying either, is it? If a Japanese counter-attack is not underway, treat as no event. So that's no event. No event, no colour. The only colour we had was Japanese discarded that. So then they go again. CC heroism. Add a card to the pile aside, revealing the card, and remove a card from his enemy pile. If drawn by Japanese and has no depth, add depth marker revealed. So he's getting another card, taking that, putting it underneath. He's got depth, so we chose to keep the fight going, so we can't do anything about it now. We can't. I don't think we can withdraw now, anyway. Or can we? If we can, we probably should. Ended by US withdrawal. Well, hang on, it says here, reveal a card from the Japanese pile. Right, we've done that. We checked the event, which was heroism. Then we checked for the colour. There's no colour. Finally, you may conduct US withdrawal to NCC. So I think I can actually do this, can't I? So ending by US withdrawal, it says US option. Draw 1 Japanese card and implement its results again. US units are placed in a hex adjacent to the CC hex. Priority hex from which US communication can be traced. Yeah, he's just going back in the hex from where he came. And then return any unused cards to the top of the card deck. Yeah, well, we can't do any more to them, so I don't think this is wrong. I think this is okay. What a disaster. What a disaster. I'm not happy. And the rulebook on page 21, 8.63, ending close combat by US withdrawal. You may choose to withdraw all participating US units during a close combat following the reveal and implementation of a Japanese card, even if your units are disrupted. To withdraw, draw 1 more Japanese card, implement its results and event, if any, then place the surviving units in a hex adjacent to the close combat. Yeah, okay, so we can do this, so we're going to do this. So we're going to withdraw. So he's going to reveal one more card and do event and what's that? US fire and counter attack. That's not going to apply. He is going to, however, hit us. We have no cards to discard. We then go down to K35. We go down to one step with K35, and then we get to withdraw with that one step. So back from where we came, we are also now marked disrupted, and yeah, that was a slaughter fest. This card's not used, so I'm putting that back on the deck. These are both used and discarded. Go in the discard pile. Now they probably go in additional card draws up there, do they? They do actually. And we'll put them up there then. And yeah, and then this guy goes back where he was in that yellow position there. So depth. So now he's a 4 strength with 2 CCs on him. So to attack him, we're going to attack him. He's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards now. And he is still disrupted. He would be marked disrupted anyway. After CC, you're always marked disrupted. Horrible. What a horrible end to the part. Thought things were looking quite nice there as well. Started getting things moving about. We got a couple of decent results. Just needed that to finish, and oh dear. Oh well, okay, that's how it goes. Okay, I'm going to cut this now, around 16 minutes. Probably going to come straight back, although I'm kind of a bit deflated now. So I might just go and sort of drown my sorrows for a little while. Right, I'll be back later. Cheers.